is Trivia for Kids, where it's not just for adults anymore.
Hey.
Welcome to the big show.
Well, it's not really a show if you're just listening and not watching. So
you can listen to a show. They used to have a radio shows back before TV. So this is just like a welcome.
Yes, well, we have TV, so it doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know why you're British this week again.
I'm not British. I'm just talking very fancily.
Oh, we're fancy. Okay. Thank you for joining us for this week's episode of...
We are very honored to have you join us this week on Trivia for Kids.
I am your honorable Casey.
And I am her fair maiden Quinn.
Hi! I don't know what that was.
It was serious.
Thanks for listening this week, everybody. You have Casey and Quinn here. So, Quinn, this weekend we were able to do something really, really fun again. Tell them what we got to do.
We got to do Trivia Live.
We got to do some Trivia for Kids live. And it's so fun, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
The kids love it. We did trivia at our local library and just had such a great time doing some live trivia. It's so fun to see the excitement on the kids' face. And when we were revealing the answers, they all did a drum roll on the table and they were so into it. And it was so fun. It reminded me, well, just recently too, I did trivia for the second grade class at our local school. And it was just the best time. The kids loved it. The teachers loved it. I love it. Quinn loves it. It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I don't know if anybody out there is interested in playing live trivia with us. Shoot us an email. Let us know. We're open for ideas, but we just love doing it live. It's so fun to interact and share the love of trivia in person, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, Quinn, this week we've got not one, not two, but 3 listeners submitted jokes.
3 is the best number. Thanks, guys.
So the first joke was one that they made up themselves. This comes from listeners Max and Roman. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Why did the crow go to the theater?
Because he wanted popcorn.
Because it was crowded.
That's awesome.
All right. The second question comes from Finn. Why do I always say question? The second joke comes from Finn. Thank you, Finn. Why can't shoes walk?
Because some of them don't have soles.
Ooh, because they are all tied up.
Ha!
Yours was a good guess, though. Okay, and this joke, it is so funny. And it's one of those like right on the edge of it, implies a little bit of inappropriateness. But this is a kids podcast and it's really funny. So parents, if you want to stop and listen to it quick first and then make sure your kids are okay with it, maybe do that because it's right on the edge, but it's so funny. I just had to do it. It comes from Ella, Ethan, and Emerson. Thank you, 3. Quinn, did you hear about the big cat that escaped from the zoo?
No.
It almost made me poo my pants. Get it? Puma is a type of big cat.
Did they come up with that?
I don't know, but it's so funny. It's so funny. Puma pants. Oh, goodness. All right. Now with that, let's get on with some trivia, shall we?
We certainly shall.
Here's how the show works. Trivia for Kids consists of 5 rounds with 7 questions each. We will announce the answers at the end of each round. Each new round will have a different category. After the 5th round, we will have the final exam, which will test you on the toughest questions we have covered in the previous rounds. Everyone ready? Let's get started.
Round number 1, the category is sharks. Thank you to Sam and Will for the idea and the questions. Thank you so much. Question 1. What must sharks do to keep from sinking? Question 2. What is the biggest shark in the world? Not the extinct one. Question 3. What type of fish is the favorite food of the hammerhead shark? Question 4. How many bones does a shark have? Question 5. Which organ can account for up to 30% of a shark's total body mass? Question 6. What is a baby shark called? Question 7. True or false? A shark is a mammal. And now the answers to round 1. Question 1. What must sharks do to keep from sinking?
Either swim or hold their breaths.
They have to keep swimming. First,
So I technically
you got it right. First, sharks lack the swim bladder that most fish use to adjust their buoyancy, meaning like being able to go up and down in the water. Swimming creates lift that prevents sharks from sinking, using much of the same principle that a wing uses to lift an airplane. Second, and more important, sharks, like other marine animals, get their oxygen from the water.
Interesting.
Question 2. What is the biggest shark in the world? Okay, it's not the megalodon. It's one that is in existence today.
The whale shark.
It is the whale shark. They can grow up to 40 feet or 12 meters long, but on average, they grow to 18 to 32 feet or 5.5 to 10 meters. And weigh, get this, 20.6 tons.
I thought you were going to say pounds, and I was like, that's very light.
No, tons. That is the size of a school bus, roughly. Could you imagine swimming and then a school bus swims by you with teeth?
Oh.
Actually, whale sharks, I think, are harmless. I think they are just
Yeah.
they are just nice little, like, they feed on plankton and just, I think whale sharks are pretty harmless.
They're sweet.
Question 3. What type of fish is the favorite food of the hammerhead shark?
Well, I know it's not sushi, but that's mine. But probably shrimp, plankton, I don't know.
Stingrays. A hammerhead shark uses its wide head to trap stingrays by pinning them to the seafloor. So, like, over time, I don't think hammerhead sharks' heads were always like that, but I think they evolved over time to flatten out and pin those stingrays to the floor and then eat them. It reminds me of, like, when you play air hockey and the puck goes into the little slot of the air hockey? That's what I think of when I think of a hammerhead shark eating a stingray. Like, just right in there. Question 4. How many bones does a shark have?
Ha ha ha. None. It has cartilage.
That's right. It has no bones, only cartilage. 0. Go ahead.
Cartilage is the stuff that's in your nose, like the
flexible stuff that's in your nose. Yep. Question 5. Which organ can account for up to 30% of a shark's total body mass?
The lungs.
The liver. Unlike bony fish, sharks do not have gas-filled swim bladders for buoyancy. Instead, they rely on a large liver filled with oil.
Yuck.
Crazy. So interesting. Question 6. What is a baby shark called? Baby shark do 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 do.
A pup?
A pup. Baby pup do 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 do.
They should do something funny with it, like an army of toads or like a flamboyance of flamingos.
I bet they do. Let me look that up quick. Group of sharks. Oh, I like this one. A group of sharks is called a shiver. An easy way to remember.
Shiver me timber.
Oh, that's a good way to remember it. Shiver me timbers. I was thinking like, when you're scared and you kind of start to like
Get
goosebumps and sort of tremble. You can think of a shiver of sharks if you see a bunch of sharks. That's what I do.
Well, I'm going to think shiver me timbers.
I like that too. Question 7, true or false? A shark is a mammal.
False. I don't think it has any hair, and it doesn't give milk to its babies, so I don't think.
It is false. A shark is a type of fish, but that is confusing because a whale and a dolphin are mammals, but sharks aren't. Even though they're, fairly similar, with some differences, I suppose.
Do you think a whale shark is a mammal?
Ooh, nope. It's a fish. Boy, that was a good thought. Round number 2, the category is mountains. Thank you to Molly for this idea. Thanks, Molly. Question 1. What mountain chain runs through Switzerland, Austria, France, and Italy? Question 2. In the Northern Hemisphere, what side of a mountain is generally the coldest, iciest, and most difficult route to climb? Hint, there is a popular clothing brand named after it. Question 3. What is the tallest mountain in Africa? Question 4. Which U.S. state's official nickname is the Mountain State? Montana, California, or West Virginia? Question 5. What is the longest mountain range in South America? Question 6. What is the highest mountain in the United States? Question 7. What mountain range is Mount Everest in? And now the answers to round number 2. Question 1. What mountain chain runs through Switzerland, Austria, France, and Italy?
No idea.
The Alps.
Oh, the Alps are in Italy?
Yep. Most people think of them as the Swiss Alps, but they run through 4 different countries. Question 2. In the Northern Hemisphere, what side of a mountain is generally the coldest, iciest, and the most formidable route to climb? Hint, there's a popular clothing brand named after it.
The North side.
Yeah, the North Face.
Oh,
You're
North
right.
Face.
Yeah, the North Face is the harshest. Question 3. What is the tallest mountain in Africa? Ready?
Yeah.
Mount Kilimanjaro.
I thought it was like something way different.
Question 4. Which U.S. state's official nickname is the Mountain State? Montana, California, or West Virginia?
Thought it was Colorado. Could you repeat that?
Montana, California, or West Virginia?
Montana.
The answer is, surprisingly, West Virginia. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home.
Alabama.
Country roads. You're not a big John Denver fan? Question 5. What is the longest mountain range in South America? I'll give you a hint. They also have a type of very delicious after-dinner mints. It is the Andes. You ever had Andes mints? Those small little rectangular chocolate and mint.
I don't like them.
They're delicious. Question 6. What is the highest mountain in the United States?
No idea. I'm not good at mountains.
Denali. At 20,310 feet above sea level, the highest point in the United States is Denali, Alaska, formerly known as Mount McKinley. I did not know it was not still called Mount McKinley. When I was in elementary school, Mount McKinley was the answer. So I don't know when they changed it to Denali, but...
Well, the only reason I know I'm familiar with the name Denali is because I heard the theme song Molly from Denali one time.
There is a show called that. Question 7. If you listen to a prior episode, you might know this. What mountain range is Mount Everest in?
Nepal and Tibet.
What mountain range?
Mount Everest, in between Nepal and Tibet.
What mountain range is it in?
Himalayas?
Yes, the Himalayas. So the Himalayas remind me of, do you remember at the end of the first Monsters, Inc. movie when Sully and Mike are trying to find Boo's door? And they open one of the doors and they find the abominable snowman and he's like, "Welcome to the Himalayas." You know what I'm talking about? And he's got like yellow snow cones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Round 3. The category is candy. Thanks to Layla for this yummy idea. Thanks, Layla. Question 1. What candy used the slogan, "Melts in your mouth, not in your hand"? Question 2. What candy bar shares the same name as a galaxy? Question 3. What country is the candy Hi Chew from? Question 4. Which nut is contained within a Ferrero Rocher? Question 5. This question comes from listener Finn. Thanks, Finn. Starting in 1988, what famous cartoon character is known to say the line, "Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger"? Question 6. Finish the jingle. Give me a break, give me a break, break me off a piece of that. Question 7. Citric acid is commonly used to make what type of candies? And now the answers to round 3. Question 1. What candy uses the slogan, "Melts in your mouth, not in your hand"?
Hershey's?
M&M's. Melts in your mouth, not in your hand. It might be an older slogan.
Oh, well. Don't remember it.
What's your favorite M&M color?
I like the brownish purplish ones.
Oh, when I eat M&Ms, I lay them all out on a table and then I eat them in order of I eat my least favorite colors first, and then I save my favorite colors for the end.
What's your favorite?
My favorite's green. I eat the green ones last, and then the second to last I eat orange, then I eat yellow, and then I eat red, and then I'll eat brown or blue. I'll eat blue first. Blue's my least favorite. Question 2. What candy bar shares the same name as a galaxy?
The Milky Way.
Correct. Question 3. What country is the candy Hi Chew from?
China. West Virginia.
Japan. Quinn, you've had Hi Chew, right? We have some at home right now.
Yeah.
Hi Chew is more of a recent candy in our repertoire here at our house. But if you've never had a Hi Chew, they are totally delicious. They're sort of like a Laffy Taffy, but softer and airier. And they have unique flavors like mango and kiwi and pineapple.
The pineapple ones are so good.
Yeah, Hi Chews are delicious if you've never had them. Question 4. Which nut is contained within a Ferrero Rocher? If you want to talk in your fancy voice for
Ferrero Rocher.
Oh, yes, fancy. What nut is in a Ferrero Rocher?
The Ferrero Rocher nut?
No.
No. The pecan.
No. Hazelnuts.
Oh, I thought I was either going to be pecan or the walnut.
The walnut. I don't know that I would consider walnut a fancy nut. No, hazelnut.
Okay.
Question 5. Starting in 1988, what famous cartoon character is known to say the line, "Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger"?
Bugs Bunny.
Bart Simpson.
Ow.
Yeah. This again was probably started around the time when I was your age, probably even younger. And it was Bart Simpson was the main mascot for Butterfinger, and he used to skateboard around, and somebody would steal his Butterfinger and he'd say, "Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger."
Oh, I thought you were talking about Homer, and I was like, Homer rides a skateboard?
Question 6. Finish the jingle. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that
Kit Kat bar.
Kit Kat bar. You're right. Question 7. Citric acid is commonly used to make what type of candies?
Ferrero Rocher.
Sour candies. Citric acid.
Sour candies.
I lost you. Oh, citric acid is what makes most sour candies sour. Round number 4. The category is big cats. Thank you to Ella, Ethan, and Emerson for this idea. Thanks all. Question 1. Which big cat has the most powerful bite? Question 2. What big cat holds the Guinness World Record for the animal species with the most names? Question 3. True or false? All leopards are light brown with spots. Question 4. Thank you to listener Quinn for this idea. Thanks, Quinn. As the fastest land animal, how fast can a cheetah run? Question 5. Which big cat has the loudest roar? Question 6. There are 2 lynx species in North America, the Canadian lynx and the what? Question 7. Which big cat is the largest member of the cat family? And now the round 4 answers. Question 1. Which big cat has the most powerful bite?
The tiger. Is it the lion or is it the tiger?
It's actually a jaguar.
Oh.
Their bite force is around 1,500 pounds per square inch, which is double that of a tiger. That's cool. I didn't know much about jaguars, but most powerful bite of the big cats. Cool.
Wow.
Question 2. Which big cat holds the Guinness World Record for the animal species with the most names?
The lion, the tiger, the bears. Oh my. I'm just messing. Is it the cheetah?
It has over 40 names in the English language alone, including mountain lion, puma, catamount, ghost cat, painter, shadow cat, panther, and mountain screamer.
Pumas, mountain lions, and panthers are the same thing?
I guess so. I didn't realize that either. Like, I've heard of a catamount, but I didn't realize that that's just a different name for a mountain lion or a puma. Super interesting.
Wow.
Question 3, true or false? All leopards are light brown with spots.
Sounds too basic. False.
It's false. Most leopards are light colored with distinctive dark spots that are called rosettes because they resemble the shape of a rose. However, black leopards, which appear to be almost solid in color because their spots are hard to distinguish, are commonly called black panthers. Question 4. As the fastest land animal, how fast can a cheetah run?
75 mph.
That would be a correct answer because it is a range, 50 to 80 miles per hour. That's as fast as a car on the interstate. They are able to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3 seconds. In fact, cheetahs can reach speeds up to 60 to 80 miles per hour, though not for long. Cheetahs can only run at top speed for 30 seconds before needing to rest.
Oh.
Question 5. Which big cat has the loudest roar?
That's the tiger?
The lion.
That's what I thought it was.
Then why didn't you say it?
Because I thought the tiger might be one of these answers.
Well, we got 2 left. We'll see. Question 6. There are 2 lynx species in North America. The Canadian lynx and the what?
The missing links.
The bobcat. The wild feline is about twice as big as a house cat and a lot faster. It can run at speeds up to 25 to 30 miles an hour, and it is skilled at swimming. But the wildcat isn't totally different from a domestic kitty. Both use whiskers like fingertips to help them feel around their habitat and judge whether an opening is big enough to fit through. They're also both night owls with superb night vision that helps them to see in the dark. Missing lynx. That was hilarious. That is a dad joke. Question 7. Which big cat is the largest member of the cat family?
The tiger!
Finally, it's the tiger. Round number 5. The category is New York City. Thank you to Petros for this idea. Thank you. Question 1. What is the name of the 800-plus acre park located in Manhattan? Question 2. What is New York City's most common and tasty nickname? Question 3. Within 5, how many floors does the Empire State Building have? Question 4. The city of New York is made up of how many boroughs? A borough is basically a different area of the city. How many different areas are there? Question 5. 19 commercial buildings, an underground concourse, an ice skating rink, and the lighting of the traditional magnificent Christmas tree are all a part of what place in New York City? Question 6. What is known as a boulevard full of famous theaters where visitors from all over the world gather to watch the top musicals of the season and other great plays? Question 7. What famous bridge connects Manhattan and Brooklyn? Round 5 answers. Question 1. What is the name of the 800-plus acre park located in Manhattan?
Yellowstone?
Central Park.
Oh.
Have you heard of Central Park?
Yeah.
It's very big.
Is that like where Friends took place? Like
The coffee.
Central Park?
Yep, the coffee shop in Friends was Central Park. Very good. Question 2. What is New York City's most common and tasty nickname?
The Big Apple.
The Big Apple. Around 1920, New York City newspaper reporter John Fitzgerald, who was at the horse track, heard stable hands in New Orleans say they were going to the Big Apple, a reference to New York City, whose racetracks were considered big-time venues. So these stable hands were just gave New York a nickname of the Big Apple, and it stuck.
Wow.
Question 3. Within 5, how many floors does the Empire State Building have?
85?
102. There is a public observatory on the 86th floor. The building has 73 elevators, and the journey from the street level to the 86th floor takes less than a minute. The Empire State Building is frequently lit up with appropriate colored lights, and there are 1,860 steps from street level to the 102nd floor. That sounds exhausting. I'll take the 1-minute elevator, please.
Me too.
Question 4. The city of New York is made up of how many boroughs?
You mean like cabinets or what?
That's a bureau. A borough is...
Like what groundhogs did?
Yeah. So this word is spelled B-O-R-O-U-G-H. A borough is basically just a different area of New York City. So how many different areas are there?
5.
Yes! The boroughs are Staten Island, the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, and Manhattan. Have you heard of any of those?
Queens, Brooklyn, and Manhattan.
Question 5. 19 commercial buildings, an underground concourse, an ice skating rink, and the lighting of the traditional magnificent Christmas tree are all part of what place in New York City?
Queens.
Rockefeller Center. Have you heard of Rockefeller Center?
Yeah.
So have you seen in New York City where they have that ice skating rink? Or have you seen that giant Christmas tree that they light up every year?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, it's very cool. It's in this big area where there's all kinds of buildings, and all of a sudden there's an ice skating rink, and there's underground shops, and Saturday Night Live is recorded there, and Jimmy Fallon's show, and all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
Question 6. What is known as a boulevard full of famous theaters where visitors from all over the world gather to watch the top musicals of the season and other great plays?
Broadway.
Broadway.
I love Broadway.
Someday we'll have to go to Broadway.
Seriously?
Yes. For now, we just watch Broadway musicals on tour that come to places by us. But Broadway is the answer. Question 7. What famous bridge connects Manhattan to Brooklyn?
The GGB.
What's
the Golden Gate Bridge.
Pretty sure that's in California. The answer is the Brooklyn Bridge. Have you heard of the Brooklyn Bridge?
I don't think so.
Well, it's very famous, and I bet if you saw a picture, you would know what it was. And now it's time for the final exam. Now remember, you've heard these questions in the previous rounds, but these were the hardest ones we've had. So use your memory and try to think back to what the answers are. Question 1. Which organ can account for up to 30% of a shark's total body mass?
It's liver.
Question 2. Which nut is contained within a Ferrero Rocher?
A hazelnut.
Question 3. Which U.S. state's official nickname is the Mountain State?
West Virginia.
Question 4. How many floors does the Empire State Building have?
102.
Question 5. Which big cat has the most powerful bite?
The jaguar.
Question 6. What is the tallest mountain in Africa?
Mount Kilimanjaro.
Question 7. What is the biggest shark in the world?
The whale shark. And that is it for the Trivia for Kids podcast.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness the fancy is over. We have to give a happy birthday shout out this week to Kenley. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kenley.
Gosh. All right. I'm sorry. We'll leave you with this one. What superpower do you wish you could have?
Teleportation.
Have a good week, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, guys.
Please follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Trivia for Kids Podcast. And if you have a question idea or even an entire category, please email us at triviaforkidspodcast@gmail.com.